Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Papercrafts 67. And today I am doing my design team project for the ladies at WhichCraftDoYouDo. Now I tricked myself up and I thought today was the 1st of September. So I am going to say that this is a September project. I always like to do 2 for the month. So yes, the kit that I'm using today is the Vintage People Set 2. Now I have used this kit in other videos, but I just love it. And because I work with so many vintage style projects, vintage photograph projects, I just continue to use it over and over and over. So I highly recommend, if you do enjoy working with vintage photos, then definitely pop on over and check it out. This kit has 99 pages in it, and it is just a variety of different size and style and color vintage photographs. So I'm sort of have printed more, but I've used them up. So I'm just giving you an idea of colors. So you've got the beautiful purples and sepias. There's a variety of blue. I hope I'm in frame. Let me check. So there's a variety of blues. You've got this gorgeous pink, or like a, oh, it's almost like an antique pink. It's got like a gold feel to it. Then you have, I'm just grabbing them. Oh, then you've got your lighter pink. You've got your emerald green. And as you can see, they're all in these beautiful style vintage photographs, and they're all in different sizes. So you've got, you know, I don't know the sizes of photographs, but there is such a lot of variety in this kit. So it's definitely worth jumping on over and having a look if you love to work with vintage photos. So when I saw this project that I had put together for my design team project, I was scrolling through Instagram and I came across an account. The account is called Davy Kit. So this is not my idea. This is an idea that I saw on Instagram. Did I say Pinterest before? I meant Instagram. And I just fell in love with it. And when I saw this project, I immediately thought of this, this kit. So I have made a little button book. Now I have made a little hat box to house my button book, and I have used Tim Holtz paper for that one. So I've just made a little hat box with corrugated cardboard, and I've just hinged the lid with some of the ball chain from Tim Holtz. But inside I have made this very cute little button book. So the front and back covers are actually wooden buttons that I've spray painted black, and then it just opens like a little accordion fold or concertina fold photo album. And I've got front and back photographs, so I've backed photographs onto photographs, and then on your inside covers of your buttons and more, I used a ribbon to thread through, and I've done all the machine stitching around. And I just think it is the sweetest idea, and I think it could make a beautiful little memory keeper. It would make a gorgeous baby's first 12 months album, or you could use it, it'd be a lovely 21st birthday present or something like that. And if you wanted to make it bigger, then you could just make fake buttons with, you know, layers of cardstock. So I really loved it. I love the way it folds in and out. I just think it's gorgeous, and I love that with these photographs, it's a really vintage project, or can be looking a very vintage. And in the little hat box, it just rests really well. So I thought we will put another one together today on camera. So I've got all my bits prepared, and I have used this one here. This one was about, oh, let me grab my ruler. I think this was an inch square or 1.5 inches. Whatever it is, I could cut these out really nicely with my, I think my inch circle punch or whatever you call those things. But these buttons were a little bit bigger. So I have actually used a page from the kit with this size photographs on it. And I have die cut all the faces out with a just a metal round, I think it's a 2-inch circle die cut. So that's how I got to my shapes, and I have machine stitched around them all with that really messy machine stitching. Now that is a highly tedious job, but if you're like me and you just love that stitching effect, then it's worthwhile doing now, because when I put this one together, I laid and glued all my photographs in place on the ribbon, and then I machine stitched all around them. And I can tell you that was a real trial of patience. So if you want to machine stitch and you want to make one of these, I highly recommend you stitch before you stick them to your ribbon. All right, so it's very simple. All I am doing is I've got my 2 bigger buttons, and again, they're a wooden button, and I've just spray painted them black just because I like that vintage look, black. I've got another little button and I've just threaded some string through just to put on the top of my front cover, like I've done on that one. I just mounted a little button on top of the bigger button. I've got a length of sari silk here. I did purchase from the ladies over at WhichCraftDoYouDo a whole hank of recycled sari, and I grabbed a piece out and I washed it, and it dried nice and flat. So I'm going to use that. And as I said, I've got all my pieces cut. I'm not exactly sure how many we're going to be using yet, but let's just get on and put one of these together. Really, really simple, and it is such a fun little project. All right, so first of all, I want an image for inside both of my buttons, but I only need a single image for that. So I've just got to kind of decide which image I like for inside, and those two look great just like that. So I'm going to keep that one over here. And then we're just going to have a little bit of a play and see how many I've got there and how many we can get on the string. So I'm just simply going to do a little bit of inking around the edges. As I said, I've done all the messy machine stitching, and it's just such a fun little project. Well, so how is everybody today? It's Thursday. I don't know what day it is. Is it Thursday? My husband's got a couple of days off work, so I'm all a bit confused. I think it's Thursday. So it's quite chilly here this morning. We had a big thunderstorm go through last night, and I think it's brought winter back a bit. Might be the last sort of cold change until summer comes in, sort of thing. The hurrah to winter. So I hope everyone is well and having some creating time or time in the garden or whatever it is you do to relax. I'm just quickly going to ink these, and then we'll get on. I'm using a really dark ink, and I've got a combination of colours here. I've got pardon me, black and white, as well as some of that this tone. I really love that tone, so yeah, I've put that one in here as well. And we'll just ink up this lady. All right, so now all we simply want to do is grab our first button. Now on this one here, I did leave a length of the ribbon hanging off of the button, and I like that, just sort of just for something a little bit. But this sari is a bit thicker, so I'm still going to do that. I'm just going to lay that little bit there like that. And then I am going to stick down my first image. Now, which one did I have? I don't remember, but I like him. Now, I'm just going to kind of use the grid on my mat to kind of keep everything sort of along the same line. Probably just while I start off, it sort of becomes more apparent as you go along. And I'm just going to use some fabric glue because I know that this sets off really quickly. This is the Helmers. And I'm going to give these ones probably a little bit more because they're going to be sticking down the fabric as well as onto the button. And then I'm just going to place that in line with the button straight over the fabric like that. And I'll give that a bit of a minute to dry off. So that's the start of our little album. Book. And then I'm just going to pick images and I'm going to front and back them sort of thing. So I really like this little boy. And again, like I said, I'm just going to use this line on my grid. I'll just again check I'm in frame. Yep. Just to keep them sort of level with each other. And I'm just going to go along and just top and tail my images basically, front and back them. So I'm just going to put just a line down here of glue just to attach it to my ribbon. And I'm going to leave, I think I said, about a ½ an inch or so between. Oh, maybe that's an inch. I'm not really sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, probably about an inch between each photograph. But give or take, I'm just sort of eyeballing. And I'll put that one straight down there like that. And then I'm just, so that I don't get confused, I'm just going to turn it over, pick another image, and then stick it straight down on the back like that. And I'm giving it good glue, a good amount of glue. And at this stage, I suppose you just want to make sure that you have it in the right direction. And that just will adhere there nicely like that. And then flip it back over, move it along and go for the next one. And how cute is that? How gorgeous is that? And when I was doing it, I thought this would be so pretty for a 21st birthday present. You could have, and that could just go on as long as you wanted it to go. So that's opened up a whole gateway of ideas for me. So if I can link the Instagram account, I will. If I can't, I will put the details for that down below. I will also put the details for the Vintage People Set 2 and all the socials for Kerry, WhichCraftDoYouDo down below. And I'm just going to clean up my mess here. I don't want to get glue on stuff. And also, the ladies have offered any subscribers to my channel 15% off digitals over in both the Etsy store and the website, WhichCraftDoYouDo. So I will link that discount code down below. And yeah, definitely there's a lot of digital kits over there and beautiful ones. If you watch my channel, I've been a design team member now for some time, so I have used a variety of their kits. But yeah, definitely hop on over and have a look. So all of that information will be linked down below. Okay, and then we're just going to flip it again and go along a bit more. So it's really very relaxing. I think it's a great project. So we'll put you here. And again, I'm just leveling up with the next one kind of thing along my grid on my mat, about an inch in between. And now I must admit, I have sewn these prior to doing this, and I can already see it's going to be much easier than if I had come along like I did before and sew them afterwards. Oh, what a disaster that was. But anyway, we got there in the end. And what do we put? We'll put this one on. Oh no, we won't. We might put this lady here. She's a little bit angry looking, this lady, but still in all, it is a beautiful photo. Put that one down there. And then we'll flip it again. And now we've only got 3 left, so we only have room for one more. 1, 2, 3, so that'll be 4, and then our 2 on the end. So which one? I think he is so serious looking, but yeah, I love that photograph, so we'll use you here. Put you down here, about there, and flip it over, and then this gentleman here. All right, so that is, so we've got our front cover. Now I'm just going to check the glue. That's doing very well. So we've got that along that line there, and then flip it over, and then we've got it all along there. I just love this project. So we have this gentleman left, but I'll do something with him later. And now we're going to come to the back cover. I'm just going to have a mouthful of my coffee. All right, so now we've got our button. So I'm just going to sort of lay the button down about a 1/2 inch. I'll bring that over a bit. About an inch from the last photograph. And then we're going to lay, oh, I'm losing my voice. Pardon me. I'm going to lay that lady over the top of that button, and then we'll just cut off that bit there at the end. Okay, so is that, I might just give that a little bit more to about there. All right, so more glue. And then we'll stick this lady down just on the button. And then we'll just trim that little tail off. I'll just clean my fingers. All right, and I'll just trim that off at about an inch away, about, sort of, just like that. And I'm just going to fray these edges just a bit, like so. All right. Okay, so they're all looking lovely. So then you basically it just folds in up on itself like that. Just like that. Now on the very front, now that we could do too. Instead of that button, we could put that on the front. Oh, now decisions. Do I want a button? Oh, you know what we could do? We could put our button, but we could do punch a hole with a string and top. Oh, let's do that. All right, so I'll grab something to punch a hole with. Crash bang. So we'll punch a hole about there, and we'll set an eyelet. I'm just going to use my old one for that. Okay, so we'll set an eyelet in here. Oh, don't you be jumping out. Alright, so we've got our, and we need some string. I'll just grab some string quickly. Okay. So we'll thread through there. And we'll just tie that off like that. Oh, silly. Silly me. Okay. And then we could put the string down first, like that, and then put our button over the top of the string and secure. Oh, I like that. All right, let's do that. I might even pull that up a bit higher, kind of like that. Let's see how that works. So we'll put a fair amount of glue on the bottom of the button, and this button's an old Bakelite button, I think they used to be called. And I'm just going to try and do that like that, and put the button straight down over the top, and just give that a few minutes to dry. Oh, how cute is that? I'll cut those tails off a bit, like that. All right, so I'll put some tools away, give that a minute to dry, and then we'll open it up. So and that actually will fit nicely into that one. There you go. Oh, that's really cool. So we've got our little one with all the photographs available in the Vintage People set number 2. There's also a Vintage People set number 1 that I highly recommend if you like vintage photos. So I'll link that one below as well. And also don't forget to go and have a look at the other ladies on the design team, Nat and Kylie, and see what sort of ideas they're getting up to with their design team projects. So yeah, really love it. I love this idea. So thank you so much. I don't know the lady's name, Davy Kit, for the idea. And then this one, we've got our little swing tag, and then it opens up this way. Look at that. Isn't that the sweetest thing? And then flip it over, and then you've got all the photographs again. So yeah, really easy. It hardly took us any time at all, and just so effective. Would make a gorgeous gift. So I know just the person I want to make one for. So there you go, everybody. Just something just a little bit different. Button books. Give them a try. You will love them. Yeah, design team project for WhichCraftDoYouDo. The first one for September, even though today is still August. I've used the Vintage People kit, set number 2. And don't forget that discount code, LYN2023. 15 will give you 15% off your complete purchase over at WhichCraftDoYouDo, both Etsy and their online store. So everything will be linked below. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you find that project interesting. I just loved it. Have a great Friday or Thursday. That's right, we established it's Thursday. Have a great weekend coming up, and stay safe and well, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.